Well, howdy, y'all car collectors out there. This is Jason, the owner and founder of Southern Bush Motorsports. Lately I've got asked a lot why I retired, why I stopped Southern Bush Motorsports. This car was the biggest factor of it. It was 2008. This recession had started hitting, and of course it hits me first. Stuff that people really don't need, like high-end collector cars or muscle cars that need to be restored. This was a 1970 446 pack, all numbers matching, sublime green Cuda, bucket seat, automatic on the column. Car had all the body work done on it, and it was just ready to be finished the rest of the restoration. But the car had been sitting for quite a long time because the guy didn't have the money to finish it. The guy that owned the car was a really good customer of mine, a long-time customer of mine. I had sold a few other cars for him. He had called me. This was one of the few times that I was actually not out in the bush or in the woods or living in my van. I was actually back in my home office, which was a rarity. And he called me because I really didn't know the recession was going on because I was on the road. If it actually wasn't for this guy warning me by wanting to panic sell this car, and he told me he had strict instructions. I need help right now. I need 60 grand for the car. So I was just going to go down there and buy the car from him and bring him back. And then everything started to unfold. I started to realize what was going on, started to check. This is all in one day. I started to realize everything that was happening. And I just said, I'm just going to help him out. And I stuck it on my site. I stuck it on eBay. I stuck it everywhere I could. And I couldn't get 60 grand for this car. For a 1970 446 pack, bucket seat, automatic on the column, sublime green Cuda, I couldn't get 60 grand for it. I knew it was over. It was the scariest moment. What ended up happening is during the process of the couple days of trying to sell this, I saw a thing on the front page of the newspaper. It said, recession is hit. It's hitting lower factors first, which is people like me selling stuff you don't really need. And I was scary, man. I remember the front page said, if you want to make it through this, nobody knows what's happening. If you need a job, the best thing you can do is jump in an 18-wheeler because that's never going to, it's pretty much recession-proof. You see the V code right there, BS23V. So I kid you not, that's exactly what I did. So Southern Bush Motorsports was my dream. It was an incredible business. I loved it. It was a dream job. I was so grateful for it. But I had kids. I had a house. I had a family to take care of. I had employees that needed to be paid. So I went down to the trucking school the next day and I said I needed a commercial driver's license. They told me 2 months. And I said, no, I ain't got that kind of time. I'll be out in a month. And I was. So a month to the day. The day I graduated, when I got home from getting my license, I had offers from all kinds of trucking companies because I was a Canadian living in the U.S. So I was very valuable because I could go across the border. And that was it. That's what I did. And right before I left, another customer had called me, and he was in the same situation. But at that point, 2-3 day period from originally hearing about it, I couldn't handle it anymore. Sorry, I'm showing these pictures over again so I can get the whole story out. So after this Cuda, you're going to see a 68 Cornet RT. And that car all day long was worth 70, 80 grand. I couldn't get 30 for it. And I told the girls who work for me, you're going to need to find another job. And I told the office, everybody needs to buckle down. This looks like it's going to get rough. And I shut down Southern Bush Motorsports. So it's not a sob story, but I lost my shirt. And, I get comments. I get a chance to read some of the comments. I must be rich. Was I? I was very, very well off. But the recession hit, and all the cars I had money in, I couldn't get nothing for them. I barely got out with my shirt on. And when it was all said and done, I just decided to move back to Toronto, Canada, where I'm originally from, and that's it. That's where I am now. And it was so many years later that I just decided that I had written a book called Tales from the Bush, and it was all these stories. And it wasn't until one of the girls that works in my penthouse here that said, you should do a YouTube channel instead of the book. And that's why I'm here. Oh yeah, I see it was automatic on the floor. not on the column, but it was like a 68 Cornet RT I was telling you about. This man's workmanship was remarkable. This car was absolutely pristine. I can't say it was concourse because under the hood wasn't done correctly as per factory, but this car should have been labeled concourse. Everything about this car was absolutely pristine. His workmanship was just mind-boggling. How attention to detail he paid to things, and just an older fella doing one car at a time and just finishing it and selling it. And you had heard through the grapevine the last time I was up there. You guys might remember the Tales from the Bush Illinois run, or Run Up North, something like that. And this was one of the fellas that I met up there. But I really liked this guy, and he was really, really talented in the work that he did. And I wanted to try to help him out. It was kind of my last customer that I could help. And I mean, this guy should have been able to get to 65 to 80K for this car. I couldn't even get the guy 30 grand. And I didn't sell the Sublime Green Cuda either. And no, it's long gone. And you know, I didn't do all this and spend all these years in the bush to do these videos and just tell everybody where the cars are. Not at this point. So it's not, and you know, you're talking many years ago. I don't even know if the cars are still there. So everybody can keep asking, but it's just, I'm just doing this out of pure enjoyment so people can see where I was, see what I did, see the trips that I made and cars that I found, and just enjoy, because it was a heck of a career. It was a shame because I kept track of all the cars, where they were, how many I found. And to give you an idea of muscle cars, not four-door cars or parts cars or anything like that, actual muscle cars that needed to be restored or were restored, however I dealt with them, I found 26,810 cars in my career. And that's a lot of cars. I thought in the Tales from the Bush is just a very small part, because a lot of the stuff I don't have pictures of, or they wouldn't let me take pictures in the building. Sometimes I could use a butt camera, but sometimes I just knew that it wasn't worth the trouble. But I mean, look at the interior of that car. Absolutely stunning. It did everything back to factory. It was such a shame. Just looking at this car, I knew this was the time that I actually found out it was all over for Southern Bush Motorsports, and that's why I retired. It really stinks, because I had a blast. I mean, you wouldn't think you'd enjoy breaking down on the side of the road and having flat tires and trailer tire blowouts and all that stuff, but I really do miss it now that I'm older. And would I do it all over again? Heck yeah, I'd do that all over again. That was a crazy ride. It'll take me a long time to get through all these Tales from the Bush, but when I'm done that, I want to start video lessons for the newcomers to the hobby, and to the older fellas that maybe don't know, and you know, the younger people, future generations that'll stay on YouTube. I'm going to start doing teaching videos on, you know, so it was a 440 car. Teaching videos on collector cars, how to find them, how to fix them, what to do to verify them, and it's going to be great. So it'll be a long channel, and I'm really trying to stay away from monetization, where that's where YouTube pays you for the amount of views that you have, because they stick all these stupid commercials all over my videos that I don't want people to have to go through when they're enjoying my show or my videos. You know, I hate that when oh God, what do I want to see this for? So I'm going to be doing different parts where, you know, I'll have a Patreon page where people can subscribe, and you know, in the Patreon page area, that's where I'll tell people different levels of subscription will get you videos before they come out. Will a higher level of Patreon, you want to know where the cars are, I'll tell you what I can on what I remember where the cars are. So I don't know how all that's going to work. I just really want to stay away from monetization. One of my videos went 250,000 views in like a week, and they started contacting me right away, because the channel had only been open for a little while. I put a couple videos up here a year or so ago, but I didn't do anything with it because I was busy and didn't think I wanted to actually start it. And then within a 1 week period, I started it, and all hell broke loose. So there will be an opportunity for people to be on subscription based, and there'll be a lot of benefits to that. I really need your help. Unfortunately, Southern Bush took a lot out of me physically. I'm not able to do a heck of a lot. I used to get hurt a lot, and it was pretty rough. It wasn't all fun and games all the time, I can tell you that. A lot of physical work, and I got hurt a lot of stitches and broken bones. But it is what it is, and I want to be able to keep going. And I really enjoy doing these videos, telling everybody where I went, because a lot of people, businessmen and stuff like that, they didn't have the opportunities that I did, but to do all the traveling and climbing through trees and swamps and stuff to find these cars. But I want to keep going, and like I said, just keep your eyes open. Look at that beautiful engine. See, it's not correct. It's Mopar correct, but it's not correct. Well, I appreciate you coming by and checking another Tales from the Bush, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Come back again soon.